Am I wrong for not wanting my sick SIL to stay in my portion of the house after she slapped me? In my culture, married sons live with their families, while daughters move to their husbands' homes. My husband and I live in one portion of a shared family house, and my SIL, sister-in-law, lives in a separate portion with her husband and kids, paying rent. A month ago before this incident, I had a miscarriage after 2.5 years of trying to conceive. I was still grieving when my SIL accused me of mistreating her child. When I confronted her, she said extremely hurtful things about my inability to be a mother, completely disregarding my feelings. I cried all night but didn't tell my husband at first, as he was also grieving. However, my younger SIL saw me upset and informed him. When my husband calmly tried to address the issue with her, she became angry and loud, so he left the conversation to avoid escalation. A few days later, while I was doing chores, she deliberately messed with my work. When I confronted her, it escalated into a physical altercation. She grabbed my arm, accused me of things I never did, and ultimately slapped me, claiming I had done the same to her 3-year-old daughter, which I never did. I was in complete shock. I called my husband, who immediately came home to support me. I left for my parents' house afterward because I didn't feel safe around her. I was emotionally distraught, had a visible mark on my face for 2 days, and developed a fever from crying. Despite everything, none of my in-laws asked her to apologize or even came to check on me. For 2 months, I only returned to my home when my husband was there, as I didn't feel comfortable being around my SIL. She slapped me during an argument, and her actions left me feeling unsafe. Later, I learned that she was very sick and that she would be staying in my portion of the house because no one else was available to care for her. While I didn't wish her harm, I was still angry and uncomfortable. It also felt hypocritical for her family, who didn't support me when I needed them after a miscarriage, to now expect me to accommodate her. About 2 weeks later, I found out her illness was related to a miscarriage she had suffered. I don't know if it was karma or just coincidence, but I felt genuinely bad for her. As someone who has also experienced a miscarriage, I understand how painful and challenging it is to deal with such a loss. Following my instincts, I decided to pay my condolences. During that visit, she apologized for what she had done. I'm not sure if the apology was genuine or just a way to mend things for the sake of her relationship with her brother, my husband. While I've forgiven her, I can't seem to forget what happened. The dislike I feel for her remains, and I still don't want her near me. AITA for not wanting her around me even after she apologized?